would you feel after a break, a short break? I also feel good, just like I think you do feel. I feel good. Of course, there are some circumstances around me which may not make me be so happy and smiling as usual, but what to do? Life must go on, and because we're handling English, we are communicating, we must be happy, because communication is all about passing information, passing on information, sending and receiving information. We're still reading. We're still reading acronyms and abbreviations, and we want to see how we can handle these last two pieces on acronyms and abbreviations. Abbreviations, short forms of words and groups of words, and then acronyms, shortened forms which sound like words. Activity A, reading and writing. Write the full forms of the following. Yes, we're going to write full forms of the following. AIDS. Who's ready to handle AIDS? Yes, Jamil. AIDS. Acquired. Thank you. Acquired. Acquired. Immune. Capital I. MM. Deficiency. Capital D. Deficiency. When there's a shortage of something, there's a deficiency. It is deficient. Deficiency syndrome. A group of signs that show disease, the presence of a disease. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Ngo. Ngo. Yes, Opolot. Ngo. Non-government organization. Thank you very much. Remember, it is not none. I've liked the way you are pronouncing it. Non-government. And you can see it is only one. Non-government organization. Capital O is a capitals. Organization. Organizations. An organization that does not belong to the government. NFMFA. Mfa. In a local language, in a local dialect, someone may say mfa, which means I am dying, but this is not dying. Mfa. Sarah. National. For the nation. Forestry authority. Thank you. Forestry. It's an authority which deals with forestry. Authority, an organization that has all the mandate to do what is within their means to fulfill their objectives, what they're supposed to do. They fulfill. They may have even an enforcement wing. People who can come and grab you if you go to the forests and, and encroach on them. Yes, Uganda Wildlife Authority. Thank you, George. Uganda Wildlife Authority. Uganda Wildlife. Job, be ready to handle RD. Uganda Wildlife Authority. Uganda Wildlife Authority. Okay. Yes, Job. RD, rod. Small r, capital R. Capital R, of course. I think it's rod. Spell it. Capital R-O-A-D. Good, like Masindi Road, Kampala Road, and so on. Let's go to the next page. A sub. Yes, association. Yes, what is a sub? Association for the study of animal behavior. Association for the study of animal behavior. Association for the study. Now, study will have to be capital S because this is capital S. For the study of animal behavior. Yes, how do animals behave? So we're here studying the behavior of animals in our association. Association for the study of animal behavior. Adi. Yes. Animal. It has to do with animals. Animal Defenders International. These people defend animals in the whole world. Animal Defenders International. Animal Defenders. I had a German friend who told me that for them they could not read the word animal, they could read it animal. But this is Animal Defenders International. Defenders International, in the whole world. International. They're there to defend animals when they are mistreated. International. They defend animals. Who? It's not a question. Who? No, no, no. What is who? Muhammad? World Health Organization. World, spell word. O-R-L-D. Thank you. World Health Organization. World Health. Organization. Good. World Health Organization. UEC. I told you this formerly was called the Uganda Zoo. UEC in Entebbe Municipality. Yes, John? Uganda. Alinda, be ready to handle. Capital G-O-V-T. Uganda Wildlife Education Center. Thank you. Education Center. I told you center should be R-E, not E-R. Yes, Alinda? Govt. Government. Thank you. Spell government. This is capital G. Begin it with a capital G. O-V-E-R-N from the word govern. Good. Government. Okay. Government. Vet. Fatia, vet. Veterinary. Okay. You can also say a vet came, so a veterinarian. Veterinary. You can say veterinary. Choose one. Veterinary. Oh, you can say veterinarian. Either way, can do. Veterinary. In charge of the health of animals. Ngos. The first one was ngo, but this is plural now. Yes, Musa. Non-government organizations. Thank you. Non-government organizations or organizations. There are many. Because of the S, we know it should be in plural because of this S. Okay? You know. You know doesn't mean you know. You know. No, you know. Yes, someone handle this one? Muhammad. Okay, Ogwal. You know? Yes, my dear Ogwal. You know? United Nations Organization. Thank you. United. Sometimes you'll find it written as UN without O. Then it would be United Nations. But now it is with the organization. So United Nations Organization. United Nations Organization. All the nations are organized in the whole world, and they are in charge of organizations like WHO, like UNICEF, like UNESCO, like FAO, like ILO, and so on. So you'll discuss that in detail with a social studies teacher. So UNO is United Nations or organization. Organization. Is it organization or organizations? Organization, of course, there's no S. So it is United Nations Organization. NEMA, I told you it does not have anything to do with crippled people, people who are lame. No. NEMA, Mulema, no. It is NEMA. National. Who's ready to handle this one? Yes, Maria. National. Environment. Management. Authority. Good. National. Environment. National. It is in charge of the environment. Environment. Management. Don't say managerial. Management. Authority. An authority is an organization with full powers. Authority. Okay. With full powers to execute its duties within that area that is given. So NEMA is National Environment. Environment, remember, has 3 N's. Environment. Okay? So environment. So National Environment Management. Full forms. Yes, look at these full forms. Don't look here now. Okay? Shorten these ones. Say World Health Organization and then write it. Write the short form of this one. But that one is very easy. Shorten 10 of the above full forms of abbreviations and acronyms, comma, writing them down carefully with a few partners. So get a few partners. You can close these ones and then say United Nations Organization. Then you write it in short. National Environment Management Authority. Write it in short. Uganda Wildlife Education Center. Write it in short. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. You write it in short. Non-government organization. Write it in short. Animal Defenders International. Write it in short. So this will give you practice to make sure that you do the right thing. You write these abbreviations in short. In short, you write these full forms in short, in form of abbreviation and acronyms. Then you can take them to a teacher to mark. Thank you very much. I'd like us to go for a short break. And after that short break, we're going to look at a certain tense. A tense that is used several times. That is the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense. And we're going to see how the past perfect tense keeps in play, keeps on the same field, playing football, maybe playing netball or basketball, playing with the past simple tense. Yes, look out for the past perfect tense as it is connected to the past simple tense, the yesterday tense. Then you're going to see how we can communicate when we are discussing animal needs and freedom under rights, responsibilities, and freedom. I'm still Teacher Baroli Aderi Enoch here with you in English and on the e-learning Teachers Project Uganda Limited. I'd like to say that we're glad to have had you as an audience. Beautiful and handsome pupils, thank you for your participation and your encouragement as well as your appreciation. Let's meet after break and see how we can continue. And this time, we are looking at a tense that is so often used. Yet, if you don't use it well with the proper spellings of the verbs in those tenses, you may find yourself misfiring and then miscommunicating. We don't want people who miscommunicate. We want to communicate the best way we can. Let's meet after break and see how to continue, how to proceed, how to progress. All the best from the e-learning Teachers Project Uganda. Yes, I believe you are more than steady, just like I am, to start on this other piece of English. I'm Teacher Baroli Aderi Enoch, back. And remember that before we went out for break, we were looking at English language. Of course, English language is the game we are playing. Still, we are handling rights, responsibilities, and freedom. I'd like to remind you, while handling the subtopic animal needs and freedom, and remember our proverb is, and it's going to be for a while because it helps us see how to handle animals, the last straw breaks the horse back. Now it's only